super excited that you are here. Welcome to all of those that are in the building and those that will be watching the replay. Good evening, KJ. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Where you been at? Where you been? Where you been? Loretta's in the building. There she is. Janelle. I see you, Tom. I see you. What's good, friend? What's happening? What's happening? I see you. I see you. I see you. What's up? You enjoyed it? Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Linda. I did. It was great. It was great. My daughter calls me like, very often, which is a good thing, which is a great thing. She loves her mom. Her mom loves her. My baby went to prom. Oh my gosh! And so we were all wiped. I bet. I bet you were. Oh my God! I remember my daughter went to prom. It was a thing. It was a thing. So I can imagine on top of Mother's Day, and like, wow, I can imagine. I can imagine. Hi, Career Impress. Hi. I ain't seen. Well, I ain't been online. That's why I was gonna say I ain't seen you in a while. I got IG right here, y'all. Okay, listen, we're talking today, you all. We got a topic that is near and dear to me that I hope you all will find helpful and beneficial. We're talking about going from corporate to content. Anybody in the building thinking about that or kind of see it and wondering or a little overwhelmed by it all, or maybe thinking about it but not quite sure how it works and all that good stuff? Anybody in the building thinking about that? This is, hey, I know I haven't been online. I was going to say, I haven't seen you. You're like, well, you ain't been online. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. IG is in the building, y'all. I'm looking at my phone. I'm going to start sharing my screen, those that are on IG. So come on over to, hey. It's so sweet, Candy. You considered it, Derek? You have, Ann? You have? Oh, awesome. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. So come on over to YouTube. You can go to link in my bio, or you can just go to IamKellyJackson.com. Can y'all hear me? Because I know I'll be moving. IamKellyJackson.com, and you can hit the YouTube, okay? Because I want y'all to see the screen. If you want to see the screen, then go over there. Otherwise, you can just listen to me talk. So you've been considering it for a while. Ann says, me. I'm glad to hear that. Listen, this was my transition, and I'll tell y'all. You can hear Linda. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll tell y'all that where I am, I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. Like, I could not have dreamt it for myself. I could not have thought of this for myself. It wasn't a plan. Be totally honest. There are people that planned it and all of that. I'm not that person. It was not a plan. And often I share with you all, I'll talk about this a little later, but I got emotional the last time we were together because I couldn't have planned this. I don't even know how else to say it. And I talked to so many of you, and what I feel, the freedom that I have, the money that I make, you can't, you know how they say you can't make this up? Like, it seems unreal. And I know y'all see it on the internet and stuff, and you're like, you're not sure, or what's the real deal behind it and all of that. I don't have even language to articulate. That's why I'm going to show you. I'm going to present my screen in a second. Like I was last time we were together, I got emotional because the reason was because I get so filled up. My mom used to say I'm full when it's too much going on with her. Like, I think Ann said her baby went to prom. My mom would have said, Ann, like, I'm full. Like, it was too much emotionally. Have you ever felt that? Like, it's a lot going on, like, emotionally, and you just get so filled. So she would say I'm full. But that's how I felt when we were together the last time, and I got emotional because it's a feeling that I want for everybody. Like, I'm not a person that, I don't know, to say things to be saying them. Like, I want you to, if you're miserable in your job, if you don't like your job, or if you're not making enough money, or you're not feeling motivated, and you don't feel that fulfilled feeling, like it's something else, but you're not quite sure what it is, I want that for you. That's where that emotion came from. And so tonight, what I'm talking about is a little bit of my transition, but just the creator economy as a whole, just so that you can get a perspective of this. And if you're new to the community or if you're watching the replay, our goal here is to empower, educate, and equip specifically midlife, but anybody that tunes in and watches or joins us. Empowering meaning that you have permission to do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And your age doesn't matter. If you're discriminated against, that's a person's opinion about you being a certain age or the way that you look. That's just their opinion. It doesn't mean anything. Right? So we educate as well. So my goal is to always, hopefully, that you walk away knowing something or learning something that you didn't know before, and then equipping so that you'll have something in your toolkit. We talk about that often here in this community, so that if you need it, you can pull it out. Like, oh, I remember this. I'm gonna pull this out. So that's the goal here. So tonight, let's talk about going from corporate to creator and just the transition. And I'll share a little bit of my story as we get going, okay? There you are, Loretta. Like me too. Like I genuinely, authentically, and y'all can feel people and y'all can see it. If people really want the same for you, and there's no envy, there's no jealousy, there's no hate. Like I want it for everybody. Like there is enough. There's more than enough. And there's a need. So I want it for everybody. What's up, Sandra? I see you. You was in a virtual finance education class tonight, and the presenter showed one of your. Oh, what? Who was that showing me? Did you say I know her? Oh my! You got to tell me who that was, Sandra. Oh, y'all look. Oh my gosh! Don said it a passion you feel in helping others to get. Yeah, I can't even put language around it, Don. Like, yeah, y'all know me. Ann said, I'm all ears. I hate my toxic job and get suspended for a day. I really don't want to know. See, that's what I'm saying. You did, Sandra? Yeah. Wow, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. All right, y'all. I'm going to share my screen. We'll get to it. And then, of course, y'all know we'll have dialogue. But if you have questions, let me know. And if you're new, we got all kind of folks, all kind of geniuses in the building. So if you have questions about anything, they will definitely help you if I can't get to you. All right. So don't feel shy. All right, let me make sure y'all can see the screen. And let's go. And I got my laptop, so if something cuts off, y'all can't hear me. I'm looking on the side as well, okay? So if something happens. So corporate to content. IG, I'm going to cut y'all off. And if you want to come over to YouTube, you can see the screen, okay? Corporate to content. Embrace curiosity to shift from following orders to creating your path. Now, I'm going to be real raw and transparent in here, y'all. This is to open your mind. Allow yourselves to open your mind and be open to the dialogue tonight. Let's go. We're going to take a look at this from a few different angles. The first angle is going from conformity to self-discovery, all right? So I had to take a step back when I was putting this together, and I started thinking about some things, and it took me back to childhood. In the early years, this isn't about me, but think about yourself. I want you to really think, relax, think about this. In the early years, we are guided by external influences like our parents or our teachers and peers. This shapes our beliefs and identity, fostering a mindset of conformity and survival with external expectations. Now, that's a lot of words, right? Let me break that down. The reason why I thought about this is because from 0 to 18, we're in our parents' home, most of us, right? And our example and how we learn how to do things is we imitate what we see. Our parents tell us, our teachers tell us, our peers say, this is how you tie your shoe. So we do that. This is how you go to the bathroom. So we do it just like that. This is how you do this. And this is, so we're told what to do. This is where this word conformity comes from. And then from 18 through our school years, we go to school and they tell us this is what you learn. You learn math, you learn history, you learn science, you learn this, you learn this. This is what you do. Again, conforming. So we're told what to do for a huge majority of our lives. We're imitating. These are the examples we have. So we foster that same mindset from the majority, the bulk of our life of conforming. Same things happen when we go to work. As adults, there's a need right now. I didn't even ask. I said there's a need to shift from coping, and coping can also mean surviving, because when we go to work, we are also told what to do. When you apply for their job, you are told these are the requirements. And then we try to fit in. Kelly, can you do my resume? Because I want to get a job. I want to work for the government. So I need to conform to what they want in order to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. I have to fit into this job description in order for me to get an interview, for me to be seen, for me to be heard, for me to be valued. So we can almost say, for most of us in here that are at least 50 years of age, half a century we've conformed. So there is a need to shift from coping or surviving with external pressures to embracing curiosity and exploring one's own path. This involves breaking free from societal, family, or professional expectations that may have limited personal growth and fulfillment. Now, we just talked about all three of those: societal, family, and professional. There's nothing wrong with imitating from 0 to 18 because we don't know any better. But we need to get back to being curious. When we were babies and we touched that hot stove, we didn't know it was hot till we touched it because we were curious. We didn't know not to put that penny in our mouth because we were curious what that tastes like. We didn't know that the shoe don't go on our head, it go on our foot. We were curious. But because we conformed and we imitated and we were told what to do, we just fell in line. So if we can shift our mind and get back to the curiosity and exploring our own path, this in turn will lead us to create. And tonight, we're going to talk about this creator economy, which provides opportunities for individuals to pursue their passions, express their creativity, and forge their own paths, aligning with the shift towards self-discovery and personal fulfillment. Because what I've learned on my path is I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring me out. I don't even think there's a pinnacle where, oh, I got it all together. Oh, okay, this is life. I don't think so. What y'all think? So how do we get there? How do we get here? Talking about this creator economy. Again, we had to talk about the mindset because I want you to open your mind to creating your own path. So if we look about it, and we talked about this here in this community, it started with the industrial age. Now we're talking about the creator economy. And when we think about the industrial age, we think about factories dominating the landscape, where most people, especially men, earn their living by working in manufacturing or modernized agriculture. So this was the industrial age. We go to the consumer economy in the 50s. This was post-World War II. The consumer economy emerged, driven by a desire for new ways to spend disposable income. Now, this is when television came into play and they had black and white, and media played a role in encouraging consumer spending, promoting a lifestyle of keeping up with the Joneses. Think about Leave It to Beaver. Think about how they peek out the window. Think about Bewitched and peeking out the window. What they doing? What they doing? Y'all remember those shows? And during this era, it was about keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, they got a new Ford car. Oh, we got to get a Ford, honey. Then we tap into the knowledge economy. This is the tech era, where traditional jobs in manufacturing and services declined as technology advanced. This era emphasized the importance of information, expertise, and innovation, leading to job roles focused on knowledge and technology. So we start working in corporate offices and working remote and using our knowledge and technology now to do jobs. Now we are embracing, adopting, and embarking upon the creator economy. With the rise of social media, the creator economy has flourished. Individuals now earn money by leveraging their skills, hobbies, and interests online. This new economic model allows creators to connect directly with audiences and monetize their unique content. Key word here is unique because it's about you, what you like. You can go on YouTube right now if you wanted to, I don't know, if you wanted to build a garden on your patio, somebody on YouTube talking about it. So I'm debunking for you right now that nobody wants to hear what you have to say. I'm debunking that for you right now. Let's talk about this creator economy. That's why we're here. Now I'm gonna test y'all in a minute. See if y'all know what these shows are. Now, from traditional TV, we're still talking about the creator economy. This is how we got here. Back in the day, television was dominated by just 3 networks. Y'all remember just 3? Y'all remember having 3? If you're younger than us, y'all, you don't know what the heck we're talking about, but most of us, y'all know. We had 3, ABC, CBS, NBC. Each of these networks offered like 4 or 5 shows that we're familiar with. This limited selection meant that billions of people, billions with a B, were consuming the same content. The choices were few and the audiences were vast. Tell me in the comments, what's this first one up here where my cursor is? What's this first one, y'all? The Jefferson. Now here, when I put this picture up here, who is this guy behind George? Was this I'm like, that's not the doorman, because that's the doorman right there. I remember his face and I know he played up, but I can't remember who was he behind George right here? Y'all see Good Times? Y'all see, y'all, I bet y'all don't remember this one. Can y'all see it? Anybody guess what this one is? Oh, Mr. Bentley. Like, what did he do though? What did Mr. Bentley do? What did he do? I couldn't figure out what he did. Taxi, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. On Tuesday, 7 p.m., Happy Days. I knew we were watching it. Laverne and Shirley came on right after it. So there were only a few shows per network, and everybody watched the same thing. Y'all remember the TV Guide? Did y'all get the TV Guide every week? You can go through it. You can look on Thursday at 6 p.m. You can see what was coming on. It was the same shows. You know why? Because it was programmed. I'm going to pause right there. It was programmed. Don't let that go over your head. I'm going to say it again. It was programmed. All right. So the television guide came out once a month. Y'all remember that? I used to collect them. I don't know why. I used to collect them. And it showed you what came on. So everybody's watching the same thing from the 3 different networks, y'all. Here's a test. Who are these 3 gentlemen? Who can name them? And what network did they anchor the news on? I bet y'all can't name all 3 and which network each one of these worked on. I'm going to keep going. But I'm going to see who got it all right. Who got it all right? Now, Robin, I need you to keep score for me. Whoever put in the chat, all 3, the first person who put all 3 with the right network, Robin, let me know if you don't know. I got a guide that goes with what we're doing tonight. For those that want to get started on this, I'm going to give you the guide for free. The first person who can name all 3 with the right network, Now, y'all don't fuss at Robin because I can't see. That's why I'm asking her. But I'll go back in the comments if I have to. I'm going to give you the guide for free. That's just to kick off. If you're interested in becoming a creator, I have a guide to go with this, and I'm going to also give you the presentation. If you are a member in the Income Investors Network, I put it in our chat in the Slack channel. So you guys get this for being a member. And the guide is just going to help you just get started, get the creative juices flowing for those that want to be. All right, that was your test now. Let's keep going. Here's the market size for the creator economy, just to give you some data and some stats. The market size is going to double, y'all, in 5 years. Now, this is when this came out. The creator economy market is projected to grow from $250 billion, which is today, to $480 billion in 2027. How much time y'all got? How much time you got? You got 2.5 years. Influencer marketing and platform monetization. The growth will be driven by increased spending on influencer marketing and monetization of short form video platform. All this means is that companies, businesses, those 3 networks we just talked about, the growth will be driven by increased spending on influencer marketing. They're coming to people, y'all, with their products and their services. No more commercials. We don't even watch TV anymore. We got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Peacock, all the Tubi. We got all of that now. They're coming to people like you. Hey, would you market this for me? We'll pay you the 10K because they used to spend $1 million. We talked about this before, y'all. Don't matter how many followers you got. They have something now. They didn't broke it down and gave it a name. They call them micro influencers because they're not going to the big ones anymore. It's time to tap in. Listen, the global creator base is growing rapidly. The global creator base is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 10 to 20% during the next 5 years. The creator economy is poised for significant growth, driven by increasing digital media consumption, technological advancements, and new monetization opportunities. All this means, you all, is that the creator economy is going to be driven by the consumption. You see the first one that says digital media consumption. Every last one of you consume content and media on your phones, on your laptops, on your tablets, on your television daily. Some of us for hours. I can't even talk about the dopamine. I'm going to talk about this with my members, the dopamine effect. It's insane. Tonight, we're just scratching the surface. So that's what the digital media mean. Technological advancements. They're talking about AI. They're talking about how to get more, how to keep you in a loop, right? The technology, the advancements to help with companies. Coca-Cola reaching out to Derek saying, hey, if you will market this for us, right, we'll help you with getting more people, with more eyes on it, right? We'll pay you. They're going to reach out to you, and I'm going to show you that tonight. New monetization opportunities. This is the last one. This is the one that we really want to look at, right? New, you see the last 3 words, new monetization opportunity. Every platform you're on, every last one of them, whether you know it or not, has monetization opportunities. If you're on Facebook, you could be making money and you don't have to show your face. Whatever platform you're on, they have monetization opportunities on there. Let's keep going. So we talked about the creator economy could approach $500 billion by 2027. Content creators are able to earn bucks even on a per post basis. We just talked about every platform has monetization opportunities. You post one post. One post. People are earning millions. You see these kids, 20 and something years old, millionaires. Top Instagram influencers can earn 6-figure incomes with one single post. Writers, if you like to write, I talked to our members about creating newsletters. That's big money, y'all. They're looking for places to advertise, y'all. They can put their advertisement in your newsletter. Here, Stacy, here's the link. Just market this for us. Top writers on Substack, on the other hand, can net upwards of $1 million every year. Ryan Kaji, 9 years old. He shares his videos on YouTube where he reviews toys. And y'all are scared to get online because you're private. Come on, y'all. 32.6 million subscribers to his Ryan's World YouTube channel. It must be the envy of all traditional television networks. The Super Bowl only had 11 million views. What are we talking about, y'all? This 9-year-old has 32.6 million subscribers. And I know you probably can't see it, but this video right here, if you can see it, 41 million views. The Super Bowl had 11 million views. What are we talking about, y'all? His earnings for 2021 was estimated at almost $30 million, making him one of the highest paid YouTubers for the past few years. He reviews toys. Are you kidding me right now? Well, Kelly, I'm too old. Kelly, I don't have a topic. Kelly, I don't know who's going to buy from me. Kelly, I don't know what to talk about. 10 influencers over 50. Right here. Here's 3 right here. Nothing is stopping them. Now, once you get the guide, I'll give you all 50 of these inside of the guide. You can go to IamKellyJackson.com. It's the very first link. All of these are in here. Follow them. See what they're doing. See what they're talking about. See how you can mimic them. I put that in the front when we started this conversation about imitation, because people think the market is too saturated. Oh, everybody's doing it. How many pairs of shoes do you have? How many pair of sandals do you have? How many pair of loafers do you have? That didn't stop them from making them. How many books do you read in the same area, nonfiction and fiction? It don't stop people from making them. What type of music do you listen to in the same genre? What are we talking about? Here's your girl. Anybody know her? Miserable at work. I can't believe I took this first picture. I was miserable. We're talking about transitioning from corporate to creator. This girl was miserable. Y'all put on the face just like I did down here, right? You got to put the face on when you working. That's me at a job fair. That's me in my office. Miserable. I can't even believe that picture. When I saw it, I'm like, I was miserable. That's me at another job fair. She's miserable. I feel so bad for her because I when I looked at these and I pulled these up, I knew the feeling of every picture. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Hated my job. And I couldn't figure it out. How am I got to pay bill. What am I going to do? Like, how do I had no course of action. I had no path. I had nothing. What am I going to do? Full time, Ann. How are you going to make my video unavailable? It's my video. What are you talking about? All right. So I just jumped out there. Listen, I didn't even know how to make a thumbnail. This don't even make sense to me. Top 4 of a resume. Top 4 what, Kelly? This is my very first video. Top 4 what, girl? I just copied other people. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know. Listen to her. Hey, y'all, it's the Real Recruiter Kelly coming at you today with what should be on your resume. So let me just start by saying I'm not a career coach. I'm not a consultant. I don't work with a resume writing service or whatever they're called these days. I'm a real recruiter. Check out my LinkedIn profile listed below and let's get started. Listen, she said she's a real recruiter. I was so mad at all the people hopping online during the pandemic talking about helping people find jobs and lying. Y'all heard this story already. For those of you that's been with me for a minute, this girl was heated. Listen, watch her. Hey, y'all, it's the Real Recruiter Kelly coming at you today with what should be on your resume. So let me just start by saying I'm not a career coach. I'm not a consultant. I don't work with a resume writing service or whatever they're called these days. I'm a real recruiter. All right. Y'all heard her. She's a real recruiter. She's a real recruiter. Listen, I was so heated. I hated the name career coach. I hated people talking about it and they didn't know what they were talking about because I did this for real. Listen, I'm better though, y'all. Y'all know I'm better. I was real rough. But this shows you your girl jumped out there. And what heated me up was I don't like people lying, especially on the profession that I'm very passionate about. Y'all know I'm passionate about recruiting and all of that. Y'all know how passionate I get. I don't like that. So I'm like, you know what? Don't poke the elephant. I jumped out there. Here's a result from back then to now. Oh, look at me. See, this girl is upset. As a result of me being online and just being me, ain't changed, don't plan on it. Opportunities just come. I've had opportunities to do things. What I started our conversation today, and I've had opportunities to do things that I could not have dreamt for myself. And I would have never thought this. So I leave myself open. So when I tell you that there's opportunities, when I tell you that this new economy is a new career path, forget about your age. Forget about the market being saturated. Forget about thinking that people are not going to want to hear what you have to say. Forget about the things that you are telling yourself, because if you're procrastinating, if you're anxious about it, if you feel overwhelmed, it's only because you need clarity. That's it. That's why I created a guide to go with our session this evening. And you can get that guide. It's the first link in my bio. You go to IamKellyJackson.com, Kelly with an I. But these are the opportunities that I've had since being out here. I wanted to show this one in the bottom right-hand corner. I get these every day. These are brands reaching out to work. I don't have the time. And I'm not saying that from a heady space. It's just you got to film for them and they have expectations, but they'll pay you. I don't have a bunch of followers, y'all. So for some of you all that want to transition or do this as a side hustle and transitioning into a full-time career, I'm not trying to fill your head up to say it's possible. I'm showing you it's possible. I didn't expect none of this. I didn't even plan for this. And money, I didn't know I could make in a month what I made for a year in corporate. Because I know that's what we think about and that's what we worry about. I'm here to tell you what's possible. So as we transition from corporate careers to becoming creators, the opportunities to monetize our passions have never been greater. Who would have imagined that having an offering online could become a lucrative profession? Today, many professionals are doing just that. They're leveraging their corporate expertise to earn significant income from the comfort of their homes. In this new era, you don't have to show your body. You don't have to be an IG model. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to dance. You don't have to be gorgeous. You can just educate. You can advise. You can consult. The creator economy has democratized content, allowing anyone with professional experience and a bit of creativity to find their audience and build a successful career. This shift offers a compelling new path for midlife corporate professionals seeking a change. Remember, we talked earlier about being unfulfilled, not being challenged at work, not being motivated, knowing inside of you that there's more for you. Now, it may not be that being a creator, it's not for everyone. And I'm not in no way saying jobs are bad. But if you're in the middle, this is for you. If this is something you've just been thinking about, but it seems overwhelming and you're not quite sure how to get there, then this is for you. By leveraging your extensive knowledge, skills, and interests, you can join the ranks of successful creators who are reshaping industries and defining new ways to work and earn. What y'all think? Let's see what y'all are saying. Let me see what y'all saying. What are your thoughts on this? Jay said, each one teach one. What's up, Jay? You want to, but what, Stace? But what? Talk to me. Talk to me. Is it inspiring? I'm glad, Stace. I'm glad. It is overwhelming. I was overwhelmed. Like I said, I could not have planned this, y'all. And so I'm speaking to those that was where I was because I didn't have a map. I bought courses. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I bought a course. It was $3,000. This was early on because I was ready. I was ready, but I didn't have a path. But I was overwhelmed by the course. What I later found out was I wasn't ready. Nothing was wrong with the person that created the course, but I do in hindsight think that instead of the course creator casting a wide net to get everyone, it should have been not so wide to get those that had already a foot in the door online. Because when she had a private Facebook group, and there was a lot of back and forth, like, is anybody seeing results? Is anybody? And there were a few that I'm like, well, what are they doing? Like, I'm pretty smart. What are they doing that I'm not doing? In hindsight, they were already online. And so what tends to happen is we equate ourselves to each other. Like, I'm gonna equate myself. If Jay been out there and he been doing this, oh, I'm gonna go get that because Jay doing it. I'm gonna go get this equipment because Jay got it. Or I'm gonna do this because Jay been on LinkedIn and he's been talking about storytelling. I'm gonna start my. No, you gotta walk your own path in your own lane. The other mistake I made was I got a coach. I talk to you all often about because I believe in mentors. And let me do a side note because it'll slip my mind. Y'all make sure I come back to this. Let me do a side note because it just popped in my head. What happens, you all? I don't want to say this. We're in a phase or a state or era, however you want to label it, where the schools, they can't keep up with all of the education that's online. Each one of you all looking at me, you've learned from somebody online. That's our school. That's our education. We're learning online faster than the schools can keep up. You know why? They have it set. What you're going to learn is set. So how is it going to keep up with what's really happening in reality? So learning online is the way to go. How many of y'all looked on YouTube to find something on how to do something? Right? You didn't go take a class. You went online. Right? So this has become the hub online. It's become the hub of education. So you can be out there teaching. You think you don't have anything to say. But I promise you, the example of building your what I say earlier, building a garden on your patio. I promise you, if you look that up on YouTube, somebody's teaching on it. You can do whatever. You can create. And I told y'all earlier, the reason why I got so emotional before last time we were together is because I want this for those that want it. It's possible. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's not scary, but it's so possible. I don't want you to miss this. If you're frustrated at work, if you're not sure, you're not motivated, you're not challenged, you're not making enough money, there's other options. There's other options, y'all. Now, what was I talking about? What was I talking about, y'all? Because I knew I was going to forget. Y'all get me back. You didn't think of it that way, Ann. There's other options, y'all. What was I talking about, y'all? Do it with YouTube. That's right, Jay. Derek said, I think that's the way I first found your video online, right? And y'all, if I should have posted that one, but if you see my very first ad I did, I told y'all I was halfway in because I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, here's the camera right here. I was over here. In the comments, somebody was like, girl, get in front of the camera, right? Stacy said it's a young guy who films himself asleep online and he has an average. Look at what Stacy put. Y'all see that? It's insane. And just because you don't know about it, every single platform pays money. Can I tell y'all how many streams of income is on YouTube? It's too many to count. It's stuff you may not even know about. You know how many streams of income is on Facebook? And I know everybody got a Facebook. I know everybody got a Facebook. Do you know they will pay you? They will pay you just to go online. Yeah. Robin. I can't remember what I was talking about. Y'all got to get me back. I don't know what I was saying, but if this is something you've been thinking about, or maybe I've tapped something and tapped your curiosity, I highly encourage you. It's not hard. I can say this now. I'm not trying to act like I didn't know. Y'all saw that first video. The girl was green. Super. It's cringeworthy now when I look at it. But I know the game now. I was looking at when I did my first post to get people to come and join me. I see so many mistakes now. To the average eye, it looks like, oh, it's just a post. But now I see so many mistakes now. And it's fun. Here's the other thing. I don't know what I was saying earlier, but here's another thing. Transitioning, because I have my talent acquisition skills, right? I did the recruiting. I was in leadership, all of that. I had that knowledge and I took it online. What has happened since I've been online, I've added to what I already knew. I know sales. I know marketing. I know writing. I know email. I know video editing. I know communication. I got all these extra skills now. That leverage I'm able to use if I need it to make money. These are skills that's needed right now in this economy. So if you're allowing your fear to stop you because you don't know what to do, what I had to learn, because I didn't have anybody teach me, so this is why I'm sharing with you and why I created the guide to get you started, is once you start, what happens is you start learning things on the way. But it doesn't happen sitting there thinking about what you want to do. And this was a revelation to me. Because if I look at other people, I can say, man, I wish I was as far as them, or I wish I was doing with them. But looking at that video, oh my gosh, how far have I come? I'm proud of me. Like Mary J. Blige said, I want to thank me. I'm proud of me. And it's the little bitty shifts. It's the knowledge that I know. And the experience I've acquired now. I've acquired a whole new set of skills that I didn't have before, and I didn't even have intention of acquiring them. They occur because I took the step and I just started. I had to get better with videos. I didn't know about lighting. I didn't know about microphone. I didn't know about talking. I didn't know about structure. I didn't know about editing. I didn't know about camera and lenses, and I didn't know about all of that. I didn't know. But if I can make 5 figures a month, that's insane. There's groups I'm in where it's nothing for them to make 6 figures a month. I didn't say a year. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing, y'all. And no, you don't have to be on camera. And no, you don't have to be handsome. And no, you don't have to be beautiful. You can write newsletters. My members in here, I did a whole video for them. It's so many different avenues. People looking for part-time, people looking for side hustles, people looking for work. You can do it just sitting there. Was this helpful? Did you learn anything? Was this beneficial? Y'all hit the like button if it was. Hit the like button. I need the like. Thank you, Camille. Thank you, Camille in the building. Got all my members. Y'all see them in green. Shout out to the members in the building. Y'all, we had a good time on Thursday, didn't we, members? We had a special guest came in and talked about FBI background checks. If you are not a part of the Income Investors Network, and we got our own chat, y'all, in Slack, hit that join button next to my face on the YouTube channel. We got so much more coming. We had a good time. It was helpful, Linda. Okay, I'm glad. Sandra said, my friends and Kelly have told me so many times to do Sandra, now I know that brain of yours. That sister smart. Come on now. Elizabeth said, proud Mary, big wheels. Okay, I'm glad it's helpful. Y'all hit that like button if it was helpful, y'all. You need to see that video on newsletter. Is it's for the members. You can join. Hit that join button next to my face on the YouTube channel. And they got a ton of videos on different side hustles too. Hey, Balance Beauty, where you been? Where you been at? Greetings. Would love to reconnect with you. Awesome. 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 It's Slack is fun. Slack, wait till we get into it. Wait till we get into it. Because you can do a lot on Slack that, I'm learning too, but we can have huddles, we can showcase videos, we can do a lot of stuff. So this was helpful, y'all. Inspiring, extremely helpful. My son was supportive about my idea to stream. Awesome. It's so much fun, y'all. Jay said, you keep it 100 all the time, every time. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, I love you, Jay. Love you. Love you. Jay been with me for a while. What's up, John? Oh, talking to Crystal. So this was helpful. Listen, y'all. 5 figures is a great start. So starting with your phone. Yeah, and starting with actually, they want you to. YouTube is trying to push us that are on YouTube, the creators, to get online. They got a whole setup on they trying to push it. I'm still a little old school. Like I need a big screen, but they are trying to push. So yeah, yes, to answer your question, and you definitely can. That's right, Stace. We got to go for it and not compare ourselves to someone else. I'm trying to convince myself. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. It's like going to the gym. You got to get up early in the morning. That's what I've been trying to do. Not trying. That's what I've been doing. I just don't think about it. Get up. I put my clothes on and I just go. I don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just do it, y'all. Just do it. Just do it. You were saying don't be scared to try something new and put yourself out there. We all have something to contribute. That's it. Okay, thank you, D. You know me. D, get me back on course. Yeah, don't be scared, y'all. And you got me. You got me. So don't be scared. I tell you. Do this, right? And just talk about what you know or what you're passionate about. Some of y'all like, unique things. I'm telling you, there's an audience for you. And guess what? You don't need a lot of people. You don't need a lot of people. I hear people all the time talk about, I ain't got no followers. You don't need a lot of people. You don't need a lot of people to do that. Just start talking. Just start talking about things that you're knowledgeable about. I start talking about recruiting. Had no idea. No idea. No idea. What else, y'all? What else? The algorithm dropped Kelly onto my YouTube page. Really, y'all? That's interesting. I've been following you a long time. Janelle said I've been following you a long time. You're talking about coaching sessions. What was I saying though around coaching, Clifford? I know y'all keep me in line. I don't know, Robin, if you saw, I just put that on you because I know Robin. Who was the winner? I want to make sure they get their thing. Thank you for all you do, KJ, and to the KJ family. Thank you. Appreciate you. Listen, y'all, I want everything for you. Like whatever you desire, I believe that you deserve to have it. I truly, honestly believe that you deserve to have it. And I am evolving. I'm growing. I don't have it all together. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not. I will try things. And if the things don't align or work out, I'm just moving on. I have learned to, you can't really care what people say or people think. And I know that stops people as well. And the reason why I wanted to start this show with the presentation with how we conform, because I'm going to keep pushing that just so that we can open our minds and give ourselves options and give ourselves permission to say it's okay to have options outside of what we know, right? Which is jobs and applying and working for other people and doing things a certain way. Because if we allow ourselves just to open our mind, even if we like, no, I wanted to you would be surprised if you just open a little bit, just a little bit. because it's about being exposed, which my goal on here is to expose you to some things just to get you to think. You have to agree, and that's okay, but just to get you to think. And the good thing is you should have a perspective. You should have a perspective on various topics. That's what you talk about online, because someone is going to align with your perspective, or they've been waiting for somebody in the comments today on the video that I have about the jobs. She said, I should pull it up. She said, Kelly, this is exactly how I feel. You have earned my subscription. But just me speaking from my perspective on things, there are people that will align with you. But if you don't say anything, then they don't even know you're out there. And you know what else she said? She said, I've been feeling alone. So you can look at people online and creators and people and think, oh, they scam me or they just want this or just want. But some people are actually looking, like our community, the way y'all welcome people and the way we help each other. People are looking because a lot of people feel alone. When I took a break last year for 3 months, you know what really surprised me? Because I was like, okay, I need a break. Da, da, da. I didn't realize how much I missed y'all. I didn't even think that would have been the thing. I'm so tough and I'm so, but it was a void. It was a huge void. And y'all know I talk to God, right? And I'm like, every Tuesday it felt weird because I was so used to it. And y'all give me, like therapy more than y'all will ever know, because I don't talk about all the stuff, but I'm way from perfect. Like, I know y'all don't think I'm perfect, but I'm just saying I'm real far from that. Real far. real far. But community is needed. And the reason why I created our network and our group, and I trying to push us. And if you're not on the Slack channel, members, get in the Slack channel. Because I want us to be intimate. I want you to have somewhere to go sometime on, I don't know, Wednesday at 1:00 and your boss getting on your nerve. Is anybody in here, y'all? This is what happening. Let us love on you. Let us, Kelly, I'm getting ready to go to this meeting. I want us to be there and support each other. That's what we do here, and that's my hope for that as well. Robin said, try to leave us. Oh, no. Linda had it. Okay, Linda got it. Linda had it. Linda get it for free though. So who was next? Anybody? Robin, anybody? Linda get it for free because she's a member. We talking about the same Linda though, right? Linda P. And members, it's in the Slack channel. The guide is free for y'all, so it's in there. Yeah, y'all get it for free. I posted it. Derek said, you'd be surprised at how many people are looking to they could connect with. Someone will always be willing to give you a chance. Just make the most of it. That's it, Derek. That's it. Oh, I should pull up this other thing. I did a screenshot because I wanted to share it with y'all. I forget about it. It's so much stuff. I just keep but I'll do a live on it. I'll do another live session on it. But it was really, really good. You're welcome, Liz, my friend. Thank you for your knowledge and wisdom, generosity that you share with us weekly. God will continue to import you with it because you share. Thank you. I appreciate you, Linda. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jay. Y'all so sweet. Now, y'all ain't gonna get me to cry every time. All right, stop it. It ain't happening every time, y'all. It's not gonna happen. I love y'all though. Like I don't know what God has for all of us, but let's just keep going. Let's just see. We don't know. We'll just keep going. Y'all keep me going, keep pushing me, and I'll be here. Y'all keep being there. I'll be here. But I'm glad you all enjoyed this. Glad you enjoyed it. If it spoke to you, there's more to come. This is just scratching the surface. I'm doing a deeper dive for myself. And so whatever I get, I share. And if you want to take the first initial steps, the guide that I created to go with this, it helps you just to start thinking about topics and ideas, just to get the creative and inspirational juices flowing. And it's the first link in my bio. If you go to imkellyjackson.com, you can get that. And also, if you want to join us in the network, I don't know what we got coming up, y'all. We had a guest on Thursday. She was great. She was fun. She was scared. Members, I have to tell y'all, she was scared. So y'all loved on her. So she said y'all were great and fantastic. She really appreciated y'all. So I know that my community rocks. I told her that. I'm like, they cool. They a vibe. They a vibe. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Love you lots. We are back. We are back next week. Same bat channel, same time. Hit me up if there's something you want me to discuss and talk about. I'm open to topics. Like I said, I come up with things that I think will be relevant and beneficial. I want to add value to your lives because I know this is your time, and I know that we're in a space and a time where our attention is worth something right now, you all. So whatever you're consuming, make sure it's worth your time, because now you're paying with your attention. If you're scrolling mindlessly and it's not adding value to you, I'm not saying don't have any fun, but you don't want to get caught slipping. I'm sharing things with you so that you can be prepared for anything. I'm sharing the side hustles. I posted a job the other day. I'm sharing things because I don't want you to get caught. There's no excuse, right? There's no excuse. I'm sharing with you. You have to implement, you have to execute. But I'm sharing things with you so that you have options, because sometimes we think we don't have any options and this is the only path for us. And sometimes we can self-sabotage ourselves. We hold ourselves back by not executing or implementing or just taking the first step. So whatever resonates with you, whatever you feel, it's like that dopamine hit. It'll excite you. You want to know more about it. Go down the path. Go down the path. Get more information. You're in the era of information access and exposure. Get all you can. Consume that. Consume that. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, y'all. All right. I love y'all. I'm just glad that you are not only talking about project managing and instructional design. Some folks act like that's the only things going on right now. Yeah, there's a lot. There's other stuff going on, Crystal, right? There's a lot of other things. That's it, Ann. It could be your sign. It could be your sign. It could be your sign. Always ask what's the lesson here. Even if it wasn't your fault, if it wasn't whatever. Sometimes we have to take a look and say, okay, all right, what's the lesson here? Because I believe, in my perspective, is we don't lose, we learn. If we don't win, we learn. We don't lose ever. You don't ever lose, but you definitely learn. All right. Love y'all lots. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Be kind. And I'll see you all next week. Bye, y'all.